black actors,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Oh no! Don't say it.
naturally better
Yeah.
than white actors.
Well, how come? What's your?
I don't know. You got the greats like
Mm.
Denzel Washington,
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You got more.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I'm not gonna try to
Reginald
Michael B.
Johnson.
Jordan.
just keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
Pick it up.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
All right.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast.
We're coming in at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Monday morning. Welcome.
He's
The
just
ice
trying to
cream
make a
truck
living.
is the most perverse thing on this planet. Maybe
Wow.
not on this planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's definitely top 20.
Wyatt was like, "Where the heck did you get pizza?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's been in the fridge for a while."
Luke falls in the pit, and Darth Vader uses the Force to hit the switch and goes, "Oh, too easy." He's got all his sass. I'm like, all right.
There's
He
a
put
lot
little
of good
stank
moments.
on that.
Dude, I can't take it.
You can hit us with it. Welcome.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast.
Yep.
We're glad you're here, all you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna help you out, but then I forgot.
Well, apparently I've been banned. I'm not allowed to say it.
You're not allowed to say it anymore.
No, you
No.
don't. We've been giving you so many opportunities to do it correctly.
Can I do it when we hit our 1000th episode, 500th episode?
Okay, 500th episode, you can do it.
Yeah.
But
then you can do it.
not between now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to hear
What
it
if I
friggin'
prove I'm
300
worthy?
times. No. No, you're not worthy. So we're back.
We are back.
Episode
We're not
2
back. This is just a teaser thing.
Episode 205.
Like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So did you guys hear what Rhett and Link's doing on their podcast?
Ooh,
No.
I have.
They're doing
Let's
something
talk about
called Sextember.
Yeah.
They're just talking about sex for the next 4 episodes.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
A lot of churches did that.
Yeah.
And they're like marriage series
Sextember.
where they don't let the kids in the room. They did like bumper videos where they played that song. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah.
I made one.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know that churches had a sex seminar.
They do. Of course they do. Have
Maybe
you
you
never
were
been to
invited.
one?
Maybe you were still
No.
the kid that got shooed out of the room.
No, I did not know that.
You've never been to one?
No.
Well, they do, and I made a video for it.
Yeah. Were you involved in what did they talk about, I guess?
Like just sex things.
I guess.
It doesn't seem like something a church would talk about.
I mean, that's up for debate.
Yeah, I can
People
see.
feel that way and people feel the other way.
Well, I mean, like how in depth do we get in one of these?
I would
Oh,
say
it's
like
definitely
a
conservative
I
at a
would say
church.
it's like a harsher PG-13.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that at a church
Well,
like
and is this
PG-13.
to teach people?
It's just like to address the elephant in the room, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
I could definitely see it. Like,
You know, they do
we're
like
gonna look at
a
it from a
3-week
biblical way.
series where they talk about biblical sex. And then they address the, sexual relations outside of marriage. And then they talk about, and then they basically give people permission to do whatever sexually if you're married.
yeah.
Yeah.
We never had a seminar for that. Our pastor just threw it into any message that it applied to.
Yeah,
If it applied,
last
don't do this.
message I
Yeah.
heard
Do this.
from the pastor you're talking about, he said, "Everybody sags."
What?
He did say he's talking about like physical attraction.
Yeah.
He's like, but
He said, "Don't go
eventually,
after-" He's like, "Don't go after just someone who looks good because
eventually everything
everybody
sags."
sags."
Yeah,
Friggin' gravity takes its toll.
Yeah, it does.
gravity's a cruel
Cruel
mistress.
mistress. That's the correct term. Yeah.
I'm gonna preface sort of this podcast with I've got a headache.
Yeah.
Still got a headache.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not as...
You can get those fall allergies.
Yeah.
I think what you need, Wyatt, is you
Mm.
need to take a very long nap. I think you need to like hibernate for a week and a half.
Nah, I'm good. I got to work.
Well, yeah, we all got to work. I'm just saying, like, I think what maybe would be
I would
beneficial.
love to just nap for a week,
Yeah.
You can't.
but I can't.
See, you should have spent your vacation not on Maranatha, but on
No, I think it was
like napping somewhere that's relaxing.
I
you
did
know?
take a nap at
Because you guys
Maranatha.
did not. Okay, you took a nap,
A
and
nap.
it was a whole week.
Yeah.
So-
there was like I can't remember what day it was. It was one day I'm like
It's
not
hard-
really interested in this message preacher, so I went to my tent and just fell
Took a
asleep.
nap.
Yeah.
It's hard to nap, especially at camp, especially
Mhm.
when you're outside
Mm-hmm.
and it's really hot,
Oh,
or it's
yeah.
raining. It's hard to nap. It really is. But
Well, maybe we can catch a nap this weekend.
So
Yeah.
since it's Sextember, that's what we're talking about this week? This
No.
month? No.
no.
But we are going to be
Yeah.
opening up by talking about a cool trailer that just came out
Okay.
Yeah.
today.
yeah.
This one
Um,
dropped today.
It dropped today. You'll see it less than a week.
Mm.
Less than a week since it's dropped. If you're seeing it here for the first time, what's it called? I've forgotten the name already.
Guilty.
The Guilty. Jake Gyllenhaal,
Mm-hmm.
brilliant actor. He's done a lot of really cool things.
He's all right.
All right.
No, fantastic actor.
He's done so many good things.
Yeah.
He did Nightcrawler. That stands out in my mind like crazy.
Southpaw.
Mhm. He
October
played on that
Skies.
Spider-Man movie.
He did play in Spider-Man, yes.
I know what you're leading to. Don't need to say it.
Brokeback Mountain.
That's not where I was going, actually.
He's
But-
done a lot of Donnie Darko. He's done a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of emotional pieces. So let's take a look at this film. This trailer.
Oh, we're gonna
Let's
watch
see
the
what
whole
we
trailer?
think. Well, yeah, I
Okay.
put it in here. Let's take a look.
Okay.
911, this is emergency operator 625. I've just been robbed. Okay, sir, I need to know where you are. Last name? Is this the fire department? No, ma'am, you've reached 911, but I can connect you to fire. Just hold the line. What does she look like? She was tall, pink hair, in heels. Hey, man, can you tell me how long it's gonna take? What is the address of your emergency?
I just want to talk to you.
Okay, I'm hanging
I'm
up.
just up for a drive this meeting, okay?
Got a little bubbly water next to him. I don't know why I'm noticing this.
Does the person you know you called us?
No.
What do they think you called? Your child?
Yes, sweetie.
Does the person you're with have a weapon?
Yes.
I need the color of the car, okay? When I say the red one, say it's fine. Red? White?
It's fine.
Is it a car?
No, man.
Oh, no, just yes or no. Just yes or no answers, Emily.
I'm sorry I have to hang up. Give me the phone right now. I'm gonna die.
Ooh-wee.
I have a woman who's been abducted. What are we looking for? A white man. That's not enough. Come on! Man, just talk to your mommy. She's gonna be okay.
You promise?
I promise. You have air support available?
Hmm.
Air support is grounded due to fire weather. There is a scared little girl whose mother has been abducted. I need a better location. I'll get it. How will you get it? I know Emily's with you. Where are you going? What's going on? Oh my God. LAPD, we need medical immediately. What's going on? Have your seatbelt on?
No.
Is Henry? Mom.
No.
Put yours on. Now listen. I need you to pull the handbrake hard. Pull it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Looks cool.
Woo!
It
This is
it looks
Hmm.
suspenseful,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
but
it also looks like it's mostly taking place
Mhm.
from him at his desk.
Well,
yeah.
we've seen this from Jake Gyllenhaal before
Mhm.
as I just lost the name of it. Crap.
From what?
The one where he's like
Source code.
Source code.
Source code.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's a similar thing. It's a confined space.
Mhm.
It's telling a story through phone calls, and who
Yeah.
better If
Than
someone's
Jake.
gonna act at a desk the majority of the
Than
film,
Jake.
who better than Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
He tells so much story with his face. Truly, probably one of our generations. Well, he's not our generation, but he's alive. Greatest actors.
Yeah. I mean, we praise Jake Gyllenhaal so much, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
He took all the acting, in my opinion, from the Gyllenhaal family. Not a fan of, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Well,
She's in a lot of stuff.
I'm
though.
not a fan.
Batman.
I'm not a fan of her.
she was
No.
also in Donnie Darko. I mean,
not a
she knows how
fan.
to act. I don't think she has the face.
Yeah.
There was this one director that said this about Al Pacino. He said, that you stand out if whenever you're in a scene, the only person anybody can just naturally look at without even thinking about is you.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that about Al Pacino. Why he became so famous, why he was so good, is because it doesn't matter if he's doing much acting at all. Whenever he's in a scene, all you're looking at is Al Pacino.
Yeah.
I think that's the same for Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal.
He definitely has that look to him. Even in like Southpaw, where he played a boxer, he had never boxed before, and he looks like a boxer. His physique is a boxer's
You weren't
physique.
checking out that physique.
No, I wasn't. But
Yeah, you were.
I mean,
Well, I sometimes, if I'm working out, I put on a trap music on YouTube.
yeah,
And
You
they
go
have
for
they
the-
have his background that
It's-
like pumps a little,
yeah.
Yeah.
like him screaming or something in Southpaw. It's motivation, dog.
Yeah.
I want to give a second preface
Yes.
to this podcast. Wyatt's head is hurting. My mouth is a little stiff.
Oh, yeah. You went through that ripping out of the jaws.
All that to say, Joshua's got to carry this one.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm good with that. So, welcome to all you this is your friendly neighborhood crazy crack dad out there, and I'm here doing the podcast by myself.
By himself.
By
Yeah.
myself.
Do you want to hear any stories?
From me or from you?
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about this is my podcast. So this is my podcast. No, from your teeth. Yes.
My first time ever being put to sleep.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
I don't have sympathy. I've put to sleep like a million times.
On the podcast, I don't usually say this, but tell me in the comments if you've ever been put to sleep by the doctors before,
Yeah.
or the dentist or somebody,
Or
for
just
any kind of
by a
surgical
sleeper hold?
operation.
Okay.
Most people have their wisdom teeth taken out, I think.
Is this an emotional thing?
No, I'm just getting an itchy eye. What the heck?
Just itch it. Just do it.
I'm doing it. So it was weird,
Yeah,
but I don't remember falling asleep.
that's what happens.
You you're about to be put to sleep.
And then you're
They start
awake.
hooking you up to things, and then it feels like 5, 10, 15 seconds, and then you're waking up. See, this is what happened. They pulled an IV out. They stuck me in the arm, and he's like, okay. He put tapes on it. I'm like, all right, I'm still awake. I see it dripping. I know what's going in me.
Yeah.
And then they put a thing on my nose that says, this is oxygen. All right. And I'm breathing like, it just feels like air's blowing into my nose. I'm like, okay, I'm awake. Nothing's happening yet. They put a little heart monitor on my finger. And I'm like, I'm awake.
Still awake.
Still awake. And I think I'm saying to myself, I'm still awake. I'm still awake. And then I'm waking up. You know?
I had this
And the lady's saying, you're all done. And I feel big holes in my mouth.
I had
it's a
this
weird
thing,
feeling.
and Wyatt said he kind of experienced the same thing a little bit. With the first time I got put under, I was thinking, I don't want to be awake for what they're about to do, so I hope I don't wake up. And then you wake up and you're like, is it done already? And because you don't realize, for me at least, there's like no chance of me waking up. Wyatt, you said your family has history of that.
My mom and my grandmother and John Mark are resistant
Ooh.
to some
Anesthesias.
anesthesias.
Yeah. And so they
my-
tend to wake up.
Yeah, my mom woke up when she was having either her wisdom teeth or her tonsils removed. So did my grandmother. Yeah, during one of her surgeries or something. So
But you said you've never been put to sleep, but you have
I've
experienced
had like
laughing
the gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't a big deal.
And you've been put to sleep more than any of us.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. For many occasions.
I can't even count how many times I've been put to sleep.
Do you kind of like, would you experience any anxiety going into being put to sleep again?
Mm.
No, it's
No.
just taboo.
Yeah.
I think I would experience a little bit of anxiety because I've only done it once, and so I don't know if all of them operate the same
How are
way.
you with needles?
I'm usually fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I
go
don't,
I'm good with
obviously
needles. I don't
don't like the feeling of something going in
Yeah,
me, but it's
nobody
so
likes-
small.
Yeah. I
it's
used to
not-
have problems. I remember the first time they drew blood and you had them take blood before.
Mhm.
That was a weird thing for me. But then I
Blood
got
works
used to it.
before.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not even that bad anymore.
But blood, when
now,
they take
I don't
your blood,
look at it when they do it. I look the other way.
yeah,
But
you don't want to see them
I
poke
always
into your
look.
skin.
you always look.
Always. Every
You're a
time.
psychopath.
No,
Always look.
he's got the eye of the tiger.
I always look every time.
Why do you look when you're
I remember
killing?
getting my blood drawn to. I want to say the first time
Well,
for something, and I'm just like, and she puts it in, and I'm like watching the blood fill up in the
I can
tubes.
see, yeah, I can watch the blood go in the tube. That's not a problem for me. But having them go into the skin, no. I got to look the other way, and then I'm good.
I don't know. I've watched shots, and I was really close. Like I saw the needle approaching for blood work, and I was like, I just turned my head.
Now you gotta look.
No.
I'm
You
afraid.
gotta look that
The thing
bad
is,
boy in the eye.
The blood one, like some needles, just like you just touch it and it's going in.
Yeah.
Some needles are like,
There's some give. There's a little bit of give. Yeah.
oof, you got to hit that threshold before it pokes in, and that means it's a thicker needle. I
Mm.
don't think I want to take a risk watching a thicker needle go in me.
Yeah.
I can take the feeling easy.
I always just have this thought when the needle, because it is hollow, it's like a hollow thing. I'm
Cylinder.
like, you know that skin hole they just punched through?
Mhm.
Where did that little bit of skin go?
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it's just a teeny,
A
teeny
microscopic little cylinder of
bit. Yeah.
skin.
Where does
There
that
is no
go?
cylinder.
Actually, I think what happens is it separates the skin.
Yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
think it's punching a hole.
It doesn't-
I always think it's punching a hole. That's in my mind. Even if it
They're
doesn't
just
do it.
leaving little skin
There's a
punches
little,
inside of
there's
you.
a little punch, like taking tickets on the train.
Yeah.
Just freaking punching little holes of skin.
Yep.
Leaving them in the body.
You get up to leave after your surgery, like a few little skin holes fall on the ground. Oh, there goes a couple of them.
Just brush them off. Little skin pancakes.
Ew.
That's such a weird
No,
thought.
I mean, I understand I always thought they were so small that, like, it doesn't, you can't even, like, really register, but it's still on a microscopic thing.
I don't
you
think
know?
so.
No,
I don't think so.
there's no skin holes. There's a hole in your skin,
Yep.
but there's no little donut hole.
Well, the thing is, we already have
I got that donut hole
pretty
of my skin.
small microscopic holes.
Mhm.
Like our skin is full of them.
Yeah.
Like we have tons of exits. It's just the internals are way too big to exit out those little holes.
Yeah.
When you're getting poked, it's just making one of those holes a little bigger. That's why you bleed a little and then it stops.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
no little. You don't have a perfect encasing, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I'm perfect. I'm perfect.
Where you can get hole like any. It's either a gash or a hole punch.
Why are you shaking your head? I'm perfect. Mine's definitely the hole punch.
Then there's definitely something wrong with you.
Mm.
If you're getting holes punched out of your skin, there's something
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
Yeah, little circles. Oh, that's a dumb thought.
you. Yeah.
I would like to say, let's transition.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys have any stories from work? Muscle our way through.
None in particular.
Yeah, not really.
So I had the most exciting week. All right.
So far, yes.
Okay.
My week will be good. You know, I'll come up with a story by the end of the week.
Okay. We want to talk about a casual topic, something we've already kind of
Yeah.
touched on.
Mm-hmm.
It's the idea of great actors.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say sex.
And maybe Well, no. But maybe
Actors
what
having
even
sex.
Okay, we can maybe run
No,
by that
I
topic.
don't. No.
But kind of what makes a good actor?
Yeah, yeah.
What we think makes good actors, and how do you quantify that? Because there's such a variety.
Mm-hmm.
You have the actors that just literally do the thing. So maybe who might fall into that category? Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger. He just does the thing. It's very straightforward. You know.
So you're saying Arnold is not a good actor?
I'm giving different types that come off the top of my head. Maybe someone like Jake Gyllenhaal, who acts primarily through like raw emotion, as clear as raw as it can be. You know, it doesn't really matter what role he's playing. He even did that in Spider-Man, which made him feel a little out of place because not everyone on the Marvel movies do that.
Yeah.
I will say I heard a saying. Actually, this hasn't been too long since I've heard this. Kind of recent. An actor, what makes a good actor is the actor themselves embracing what's different about them as an individual. And like, just what makes them unique as an individual, and they take that onto
As a
screen.
person?
Yes, and they take that onto screen and kind of use that in their acting.
Is it
So
more
they
about
create the character of-
embracing what makes them unique, or is it more about figuring out what makes them unique?
a little bit of both, maybe
See,
figuring it out and then embracing it.
there's so many different schools of acting.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I think my favorite is the actor who has the ability to not bring any of themselves into the role, and yet still and make the role different each time, unique, and act it out and give a stellar performance every time.
Who do you think does that?
Stepping into the role.
Who do you think does that?
A stellar performance.
I would
each
say,
time.
This isn't a great example, but I think someone who mildly does that is Christian Bale. I think he has
Yeah.
a pretty large variety.
He's got a good variety, and it's not like I'm watching Christian Bale every time. It's I'm watching this character.
I am watching that mole every time, though.
The eye mole,
The eyeball, the-
the one that sits right there.
Yes, I am watching that mole.
Once it's pointed out, you can't look away.
Yeah.
Okay, but then
No,
you
yeah.
have people like Jennifer Lawrence,
Mhm.
who she brings herself into so many roles.
Yeah.
Her kind of sassiness, her
Yeah.
scared face, her smile. It's pretty much the same, but people love Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence. But she's always said she knows how to act because she's really good at lying.
Mhm.
And so acting just came natural to her.
Mhm.
Who else do you think fits the person that you're talking about?
I
It's not
watched
Johnny
this-
Depp. Johnny Depp's like, although he has different levels of wacky,
It's still
it's
Johnny
still
Depp.
the same. It still
Yeah.
shines through.
Someone who's unique each time they play.
Not Jack Black.
I was gonna say Jared Leto, but I almost see like a Jared Leto-ness to all his characters.
Yeah.
But he does play. No, yeah, Jared Leto's kind of.
Jared Leto's also a musician.
Hmm.
So he's not like the raw and only actors. Like he does two forms.
You don't think
of,
Jared Leto's a raw actor?
I know he's been in acting for a long time, but I'm saying he does two things. You know, I'm trying to find
So-
it. I'm starting at the
Okay.
purists.
Okay.
Starting at like the people who.
I'm gonna give this to you. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Let's work our way down because there are so many different kinds of people that do different things.
Yeah.
But there are the ones that are like the most common that we all see. That's like their job is I'm usually working on 2 or 3 films at the same time all year long. You know what I mean? Even though
Like Tom Holland?
production, maybe, but even though production's only like 3, 4, 5 months long, they're working on multiple films all year long. Those kind of people. And then you get to people like Jared Leto, who does a lot of acting, but he might work on like a big film a year, and he also goes on tour with his band. And then you get to like people that just kind of spring up out of nowhere, maybe. like Brendan Fraser. Who he had a heyday, but he hasn't been in anything in a while. And now he's on that new movie.
And I just saw something else that they advertised him for. He's coming in quite a few things.
Yeah, I
in
saw
the
him in
past
something else as well.
Okay,
year.
so maybe he's coming back.
He's coming back. He's no, he's not coming back. He's back.
He is back.
He's back.
No, I think it's a little too early to say he's back. But he's definitely coming back.
Mm-hmm.
When he releases a movie with him as the star and it's a good movie, then we'll be able to say he's back.
Do you think we'll see skinny Brendan Fraser again?
I don't know.
Or jacked? Strong?
No, he's too old to be jacked.
Yeah.
Again,
Okay, how old do you think he is?
50s.
Yeah, so is freaking Joe Rogan.
But Joe Rogan consistently stayed in shape.
It's
It's hard
not
for
the
an older
ticket.
person to go back in shape.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that they can definitely do it.
No, he can do it. I'm not disagreeing, but I just don't think we'll see it again on a film.
Okay, so maybe bad example. But let's just, who else? Who just kind of pops into a movie or a popular show that's well known and then just sits on the back burner for a while and then pops back in?
Jordan. What am I? Michael B. Jordan.
Who's Michael B. Jordan?
The guy on Black Panther, the guy on Creed, the guy on...
Yes. He was on, was it? Yeah, Black Panther. Okay, yeah. So, wait. He's been in more stuff, so no. I wouldn't call he doesn't leave acting for a minute and come back. Maybe Sir Ian McKellen. Maybe.
Or Daniel Radcliffe or Emma Watson.
Emma Watson has not been in something in a minute.
Well, she claims she's retired from acting.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're talking about actors.
What are we? We're just talking about what's the concept?
The concept is I'm trying to label levels of actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'd like to see if we can quantify, like, is one style of acting tend to breed more, or maybe one caliber of actor? Does it tend to breed the better actors or the worse actors? Like, are the ones that are hitting up all the blockbusters not as good as acting as some of the more indie Hollywood films?
I think actors that just know how to act
Mm-hmm.
and know how to land good roles.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all you have to be able to do. Land good roles and know how to act. So I would say, for example, Anthony Hopkins
Okay.
knows how to land good roles, knows how to act. Bam, bam, bam. Every time, you know, he's in something and he's brilliant.
Okay. So, do you think that that's more of a skill of knowing what role to take then?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah, instead of just, oh, this looks pretty good. I could probably act in this.
Would we say that Nicolas Cage might have his own brilliance of acting? Because he just kind of seems like he took a lot of stuff.
Nicolas Cage is just like a shotgun. He just kind of in Hollywood.
Nicolas Cage is
How many films a year do you think Nicolas Cage does?
he is a riddle wrapped in an enigma.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he a good actor? Is he a bad actor?
We don't know.
I think he's a good actor. He just is in so many movies, including bad movies, that.
Yeah.
But he's like a shotgun. Eventually, he's gonna hit something good, like National Treasure.
Mm-hmm.
But then he misses like 90% of his shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna take a quick detour and ask this question: Do directors need to know what? Do directors? I feel like we're 3-year-olds trying to do a podcast tonight.
We are.
Should directors know how to act themselves, or what level of intelligence when it comes to acting should directors do? Because Some people say some director style is letting the actor bring the performance. Clint Eastwood, although he's an actor himself, he tends to not give, from what I've heard, a bunch of feedback.
No.
He does the one take. He lets the actor deliver what they want to deliver, and he moves on. And then you have people like, I'm sure Christopher Nolan. Well, let's bring up someone we know because I've seen a lot of behind the scenes. Peter Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He's very involved with the very specifics of acting. You know.
I think, in my opinion, it depends on what movie they're doing. Like, I say tend towards like drama and stuff like that. People do the one take shot. I think it's better for drama. But
Wait,
then
you mean
the one take where they're just like they throw all their emotions and then
into one thing?
and
But
then that's what we
sometimes
get.
people don't hit it until their fourth take.
Well, I think that's where a director's discretion comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the best? Is this the best take? Is this the best we can do, or can we do better? And they have to decide: are we moving on, or are we
Stopping.
just trying this scene again and again until I get what I want?
Yeah.
So, I don't know every director's different, all their nuances, but I would say a good director knows when that first take is the best take and when they need to keep going. They also know how to, they should know at least how to encourage actors, how to get the best performances out of them.
Which is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Directors have to almost have a sixth sense when it comes to acting.
Mm-hmm.
Directors need to understand intuitively what a performance should be, or what performance they're looking for, and sometimes to communicate that they have to do that themselves.
But it's funny you bring up Sixth Sense because this director M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
He acts.
He
in all his
acts,
films.
yes, but his movies are like really good or terrible. He cannot hit the in between. He can't hit the bullseye. He
Okay,
can't.
that's not true. There's been some in-betweens.
Okay. What's an in between?
Unbreakable. Unbreakable was in between. Split was really good. Glass, not so much. Unbreakable was right in the middle ground.
I disagree. 'cause
We haven't seen Old yet.
I've-
Old might be middle ground.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that might be on the tend towards the better side. I think there's a lot of people who like Unbreakable.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that like Unbreakable, but I wouldn't say there's people that love Unbreakable. Have you ever met someone who's like, that's a great, great movie?
No,
Sorry,
but
I
it's not
have.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I've
don't
seen-
know
I
saw
anything
that.
now.
I have.
Who?
Someone I went
Never
to-
mind. No one matters. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna know who they are anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, do we think directors might know more about acting than most people?
I think it's up to the actor to bring the performance.
Mm-hmm.
It is up to the director to place the performance in the right place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Know what to do with that performance.
Yeah.
That's what the director has to know how to do. You don't have to know how to act. You just have to know where to put the actor.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, but then that becomes your directing style.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have there's a lot of actors that are also directors. And who knows which ones they call themselves first. Do they say, I'm a director and an actor? Or I'm an actor and I direct films.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what would you say someone like Adam Sandler is? He's a comedian. Does he say, I'm comedian first, actor second, director third? What does he say?
Probably depending on what he's doing. He's a comedian
He definitely,
actor.
yeah, he would probably say, yap, yap, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably something Adam said.
So
and
that means
that's
he's a
a really
comedian.
good representation of his comedy style.
He would definitely say something like, oh, goodness grief. Oh.
He just makes a bunch of sounds.
Yeah. What would you rate yourself as a director?
I've only directed a few shorts.
Okay, but you've directed enough.
I would say I tend to make sounds a lot.
How so?
Like maybe a couple weeks ago when we were filming the intro and I was trying to direct Joshua, I'm just kind of like, I was listening back to the audio from the camera and I was just saying words that didn't make sense.
Yeah, you're like, stop, go, walk slowly. What?
No, I think at one point I said, stop stopping.
Yeah,
Like-
I can hear that. You got a lot going up here, and it's hard. You're like, okay, film,
Communication.
shot, all of this. What do I want out of the actor? But you don't quite give the
Well,
actor.
it just took you a second. I remember
Takes me a
it did. It took you guys a second to get going, but once you had a rhythm, you were like, stop, go, stop.
Yeah.
Knowing where you wanted him, when you
Mhm.
wanted him there. Yeah, it just took you a little while. It just took you a second to warm up.
Yeah. And a lot of times I try, on most things I do, I try new techniques. So like with what we just did, I did a lot of tracking. There's like, I don't even know how many tracking points in that thing. Probably over 20 different things I've tracked for that little short intro that's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, and in like Dying of the Leaves, I was trying a lot of practical effects. So, I was using a lot of real prosthetics with blood. Cynthia helped out with that a lot. A lot of the gunshots in the film is all practical effects. Didn't have obviously any real animation on anything except for some fake blood for the splats that you participated in helping in.
What's going through your head during this directing time? What are you focusing on in your head? Because I know there's a lot that we see kind of from not inside your head, but what is you're going through your head type thing? I'm curious from that perspective of what am I trying to focus on? What needs to get accomplished?
Well,
here?
right now in my life, it's like, how do I still accomplish the script while trying this new technique I'm trying?
Yeah.
And most of the time, the technique's going to overarch throughout the whole piece. So if it's overarching throughout the whole piece, the majority of time I am thinking about that technique.
Yeah.
If it's like on some days for Dying of the Leaves or what we did with Greater Remembering, it's more, there's a lot more dialogue and not as heavy with specific techniques. So I would say it was kind of a fail, and it might be a fail because I didn't put enough effort into it. But with Greater Remembering, the mammoth looked terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really did. But then we did the monster short,
Mm.
and I think I nailed that monster
The monster was
on
cool.
a few shots. And that was me trying a technique, not going all the way, not committing 100%, and then trying to do the same technique but better, right? I dabbled in the hologram stuff with that, and so in this intro, I'm really blowing it up. I'm like, hey, well, let's really try some hologram stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I would say there's probably still things I have to learn. I don't know. It's just the technique while still accomplishing the goal of the piece. What are you thinking about it?
About your directing?
No,
or
about
directing.
what you're thinking. Like, so if you're assisting directing or you're helping direct something, what is going through your mind? Because you're involved with actors, you're involved with how they're portraying themselves.
I have not directed per se like a short film. I've done here, they're helped out on like smaller things like the podcast or something, you know, setting up, having guests, or even doing studio stuff we've done. I feel like because of how I am, how my directing would be if I did a short film or a longer film would be more of letting the actor take over what, like, shine through with their acting style, but putting them like, okay, this needs to get accomplished, this needs to get accomplished, but then
You're more organizational minded.
oh yeah, organizational, but then also letting the actor go through and be their show through with their acting style while doing it. Would you think you agree with that statement? Probably.
I think yes, I do. Well, you tend to be a lot more hands-on with the logistics of production. and a little more hands-off when it comes to the creative of production. Not
yeah, but
hands-off
I'm saying as a
that it's not
director's
accomplishing,
perspective.
But I'm saying what I've observed you is that the logistics of production you're really on top of, and that I think that's what you fall into naturally. You do that at work that you do day to day, and then also, but what you're saying with the creatives, you're trying to capture it, but also let it happen as naturally as possible. So you're not as hands on as you are with the movement of the production.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not a director.
You don't have to be. You've observed a lot of films. You've observed a lot of behind the scenes. You've been on 3 production shoots with us at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you've done some acting in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
On what specifically?
I think we're still circling around the idea of how a director interacts with acting, and then we'll come back to acting, I think, and actors. Like, what's the relationship there? Because it seems so different.
I don't know how I would want my director to be, if that's sort of what you're asking. Probably I'd want him to be hands-on. I want him to be very direct with, this is exactly what I want. This is what I want you to do. And that way, that would help me. But I don't know that, fits anybody's, it's not always going to fit the style of the person you're working with.
Yeah.
So, I may need somebody who's going to say, you need to be here, you need to be facing this way, and go. And that's going to give me, and maybe somebody who will give me, pointers or support or whatever. I don't know.
I gotcha. Well, yeah, like with the monster short that you were acting in. So I was kind of directing both of you and running the camera and stuff. You followed direction well, but you did do exactly what you were asked. Like you didn't bring, like I didn't see a lot of like trying to shine through.
Yeah,
like the inner Wyatt's gonna shine through in my performance.
Trying to.
But you
make
did
a superb performance.
Yeah, but you did exactly what was being asked of you. And do you say that you, like, from your experiences with in front of the camera, that's kind of what you're cozy with?
Probably. But also, I haven't been in front of a camera enough.
Yeah, but some people have never been in front of a camera.
True.
So outside of their cell phone and Instagram.
True.
So I think every little piece of data helps. So if you're talking to someone, well, if we're all talking to someone who's dreamt of acting, what is this? What does it kind of fall into? I mean, for me, I would say that acting falls into, you either have something unique to bring, or you have maybe like your look or a big personality, or you have a unhuman ability to disassociate and become someone different. You know what I mean? And those two things work very differently.
Yeah.
Like Chris Pratt's always Chris Pratt. Doesn't matter what role he's in.
Yeah.
Andy Dwyer is the same as Star-Lord or the dude from Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence. They're all the same people.
Yeah, he brings a very specific Chris Prattness to everything.
I mean, it's the same, like we said, with Jack Black.
Yeah.
Everything Jack Black does is very Jack Black. Even if it's not super hilarious, it's still very Jack Black.
Still very Jack Black.
Yeah. When you're just staring off.
I'm thinking of actors, that have done this, been the same person, but then also there's actors that are disassociating. Like, if they had a beard or different hair, wig or something, you'd be like, holy crap, I didn't even realize that was because they went into that character. I'm just thinking what actors.
Well, we already brought him up. Christian Bale. Let's just get the idea of method acting out there. So Matthew McConaughey did it a little bit. Christian Bale's done it extremes both directions, changed his physical appearance many times.
I know he's not
Johnny Depp is in some
Heath
ways
Ledger
a method actor, but not
is
completely.
the Joker.
Heath Ledger's a bit of a method actor. Jared Leto, I think Jared Leto's a bit of a hothead. I think
Jared Leto's a narcissist.
I think he is too. I think he might think he's a god.
He thinks he's the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Jared Leto, when COVID first happened and lockdowns happened, they're like 2 weeks of lockdown. He came out of like a meditation retreat not knowing what was happening. Like a friggin' 3-month meditation retreat.
He was isolated. He came out and he's like...
Came out of isolation is like, why is everyone isolated?
That's funny.
He was just meditating too hard. He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other method actors.
Are there very many female method actors?
Probably.
Like who? I don't know of any.
I'm trying to think of someone.
Do you know the actor's name who played Abraham Lincoln in that Lincoln film that Steven Spielberg directed? He's apparently a method actor. He's one of the people that stay in character the whole time.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire production. Same with...
I got one question, though.
Okay.
How many vampires did he slay?
0.5.
In that one, yeah, probably.
Yeah. But in that other movie,
Oh,
you know.
I don't know. Probably a few.
Yeah.
And Tim Burton's?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's a method actor who stays in character.
Mm-hmm.
The Mask.
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's a method actor on many of his films.
Even though he's a method, I still see the Jim Carrey-ness.
Okay, so
in my
he
opinion.
comes through. Jim Carrey comes through.
He's also one that's like, how about just
What was that? One more time. No, like I think the most exaggerated form of Jim Carrey is probably the Grinch, because he had to act through a costume.
No,
over exaggerated, but it was very Jim Carrey like.
Yes, but also in what is it called? Where he's like living in the jungle. He's got the hairdo. It's like a spike.
Oh, I haven't seen
Ace
that
Ventura.
one.
Ace Ventura.
Ace
Yes,
Ventura.
yes.
Ace Ventura is very
Jim Carrey.
very Jim Carrey.
Yes.
I haven't seen that one. Is it good?
I mean, if you like his acting,
haven't.
yeah.
I don't like
if you
Jim
like-
Carrey's acting.
It's just
Then
outrageous.
you would hate
Jim
it.
Carrey
You would hate it.
acting.
Yeah. It's
sad.
almost like there was no script except for like, this is what's gonna happen in this movie. Go for it.
Okay, what do you guys think of Jim Carrey? Outside of the Grinch, I don't like anything he's done.
I like him. He's got such a niche thing. It's not what I enjoy watching, but I like him because I think he does bring his own uniqueness.
Yeah,
People who
there's
like his
certain
stuff,
things.
I think he has a following that actually like his stuff, and
Okay,
he's good.
Yeah, there's certain things I like him in.
like what?
Don't
Trying
make
to
me
get a
try
vibe.
to think. Don't make me try to think through the fog.
Did you see that Penguins movie?
Oh yeah, Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
That,
dumb movie.
No, I enjoyed it. It was it was kind of those throwaway movies in my opinion that like Hollywood but it was funny. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I enjoyed it. It was like one of those heartwarming
Mm-hmm.
movies, but it was good. I liked it. I was not expecting to like it. I liked it.
Okay. Vin Diesel.
Mhm.
What kind of actor is he?
Family.
The worst kind. The worst
The
kind.
worst.
He's the kind.
What makes it the worst?
Okay, so actors who play themselves in every role,
Yeah.
but they're the worst kind of them.
See, I liked him in. He's not done a lot of great things, in my opinion. Growing up, I loved The Pacifier. I loved the pacifier.
But it was still Vin Diesel.
It was
It's
still Vin Diesel.
every time, and he's
Yeah.
always the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is dude.
The only quote I remember from that is, "This is my favorite shirt."
This is
Yeah.
my favorite shirt.
Got some mustard and bologna.
It's
on
all
his
about
shoulder.
family.
Yeah.
I've
Every
only seen a
time.
couple of those
Oh,
fast
yes.
movies.
Every time.
The
It's all
ner-
about
the-
family.
the what is it? The purple
Purple
nurpler. It's
Oh yeah,
desperate. don't even remember the quote now.
freaking pacifier, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so, but if you're saying he acts himself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not the same as bringing what Joshua said, the unique parts of you that you've discovered into your performances.
There's good to bringing the unique parts of yourself into your performances. There's not good in playing the same character every time. That's just you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Vin Diesel being Vin Diesel every single time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun.
Okay, I think I would know. It's boring. Is what it is.
It's very boring.
I have a thought.
What's your thought?
Black actors,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Oh no!
Mhm.
Don't say it.
naturally better
Yeah.
than white actors.
Well, how come? What's your?
I don't know.
What's your?
It's like singing. They're
Like,
they're,
well,
they're
give us
more
an-
musically in tuned. I think. Okay, so I've worked with, you got the greats like
Mm.
Denzel Washington,
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You got more
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I'm not gonna try to
Reginald
say-
Michael B.
Johnson.
Jordan.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Pick
Okay.
it up.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
All right.
I've. All right.
All right.
We're talking about okay. So
Wait,
I've done
not-
a
he's not-
few. What?
I'm
What's the
kidding.
point?
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Okay, I've done a few scenes
Yes.
where I had like a black guy stand in. There's only a few people that I've worked with that just are bringing natural gifts of
Mhm.
acting.
Mm.
And there was like a whole film I did where I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly, there's only one guy that was really good at acting.
Mhm.
But there's some stuff I've done that's just natural talent. I just
Like-
picked this one guy. So our friend Noah, he's been on the podcast. Noah
Okay.
Gordon.
Yeah.
He's, I think, pretty good at acting naturally.
Mm-hmm.
In a very specific style, very good at acting naturally. He's like, I have a friend. When I was doing the handled scenes, I was trying to accomplish a feature, but it didn't happen. But I got a lot of scenes filmed, and so I filmed this one with his friend. His friend was a black guy, obviously, but he was playing the character's friend, and his natural gift.
So
Like-
the friend was playing the friend.
His friend was playing his friend. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
His natural gift. First time, he said he's never done acting or short film or theater or anything like that. And I was just like, all right, you guys are going to be jogging. You're going to have a conversation, and I just need you to make it believable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sum up. And those two guys working together just made the scene happen. I did like 2 takes. One of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
People that call themselves actors don't have that kind of natural ability in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Yet, over the course of other people's films, one project that I did where I've worked with people that are black who act, for some reason, they're just more...
Maybe
just have a
they-
stronger ability.
Maybe they have maybe they just have a charisma.
Charisma.
Maybe their charisma. Maybe they have a certain charisma that just lends itself to act.
You know that
You
one
know.
character in the movie you did, Faith Song. You know the cameo actor. He was really fantastic in that too.
He was a football player.
Yeah. What was his name? Marcus.
Marcus Lattimore.
Marcus Lattimore. Great actor. Great actor.
Did you ever see that?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, but the thing is, like, for a guy who does football,
Yeah.
He was all right. I mean, he was probably the same as what's his face.
No,
from
no.
Space
What he's
Jam.
saying, he's all right. No, he's
Next
fantastic.
Who was it? Who was
LeBron.
LeBron?
Yeah.
In Space Jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, just like Michael Jordan, nothing too amazing there.
LeBron
No.
wasn't bad,
Better than Michael
but he wasn't
Jordan.
good.
Yes.
I like.
Yes. Better than Michael Jordan. Not great.
Wait,
still.
you think he was better than Michael Jordan? I was gonna say
Yes.
Michael Jordan was better.
No.
I will say that LeBron wasn't terrible. He just didn't bring anything to the table.
Yeah.
He didn't bring any charisma. He didn't bring anything unique.
He brought his do-rag in that one scene.
Yeah. He just was, he was there. He had to save his kid. Gotta save my son.
Out this computer.
I gotta save my son. That was his line
They're like,
throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
He said it about
where's my
25
son?
I gotta save him with basketball.
But that's the silliness of the first Space
Yeah.
Jam too, roughly. But no, I think LeBron James is a lot better, more
LeBron
naturally giving to emotion more than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was this.
What about Wendy Williams?
Yeah.
Wendy Williams, she has a talk show.
Why are you referencing that hag? I'll say it to her face in cursive. I don't care.
That's right,
She
Wendy.
looks like
I didn't say Wendy.
We got beef
I
with
said
you.
Wendy.
Okay, because she farted.
Yeah.
Well, now you're pulling out H3H3 jokes.
No. Is that theirs?
Yes, that's theirs.
It's funny.
Now we got beef with H3 and Wendy Williams.
She
We
looks,
can't take on these kind of people, Joshua. You need to back off.
Wendy Williams is scary looking.
Yeah.
She is. She got that surgery.
She looks like a some sort of golem.
No, all right,
Some
do
sort
this.
of-
You might have features that look better for it. Do like this and smile.
She's just
No, I
It's
genuinely
very
have never
intense.
seen anything except for clips.
Except for the farting bits.
Yeah.
She does tend to fart on her show a lot.
she's a horrid person.
Mm.
She's very, very rude and very mean to people.
She farts in her chair
Ugh.
Yeah.
on TV. Why did you bring her up?
I don't know. I was just thinking of
Derailed the entire thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
What
taking
were
it.
we-
And,
All right, let me backtrack. I brought in black actors.
Yeah. Natural charisma.
Natural charisma. You know who I think's lost their natural charisma over time? Will Smith.
for real?
I do not think he is as good of an actor as he once was. I think he's kind of hokey these days.
I think he's as good of an actor.
No.
Hear me out. But I think his roles that he's playing he doesn't have to reach for them as much because he's already made it. He just shows up,
Just got to show him
plays
and be Will Smith.
Yeah, and be Will Smith. So I don't think he has to work for it as hard as he once did. I think he's still a good actor.
I think
he could
just
do it.
I think just like in the Suicide Squad, Idris Elba has taken his place. Idris Elba is he's just a good actor.
Yes.
You know?
Idris Elba's really good on screen. I think he's far above some of his choices for parts,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but he's really good on screen.
Yeah, he is.
He does a great job. And
What do you?
what?
This is a little off topic. What are we talking about? Suicide Squad.
I haven't seen it yet.
Pete Davidson.
I haven't seen it yet.
Pete Davidson. You've
Pete
seen him
Davidson, I do think. Okay, this is what I think.
Comedian to actor.
Yes. Well, he's still a comedian. What I think about Pete Davidson is I think
Comedian
that
to actor to comedian.
his personality
Mhm.
is lovable on screen. He's also like the kind of person that, like I said with Al Pacino, you're looking at them if he's in a scene. Like he's
Yeah.
the person your eyes gravitate towards. Do I think he's able to show emotion and act? Do I think he's able to portray a different kind of acting than we've seen in multiple movies up to this point? I don't think so.
Probably not.
No.
I think he's pretty limited on that front. But he is a really funny comic. So if he doesn't want to be an actor long term, he could just do stand up.
Yeah.
He's been on Saturday Night Live forever.
The guy that's in Tenet.
Robert Pattinson.
No. The other guy.
Michael Caine.
He was also in the one with Zendaya on Netflix, you know? I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're talking about the Malcolm and Mary. What is his name?
I don't know.
Doesn't that suck? The first
Great.
lead that Christopher Nolan does, it's a black man in one of his films.
I need.
We don't remember his name, but we remember all the others.
We remember Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, but we don't
Yeah.
remember the lead of the movie. What the heck? What kind of
No,
people
I've
are
always
we?
had issues with his name.
What else was he on? He's been on a lot of stuff.
I think it's because I haven't seen him on too much.
Well, he's breaking out a lot right
And
now.
that's why I haven't. That's why I don't remember his name.
You looking him up, Joshua?
Yeah.
Let me see his name. His name is John David Washington.
John David Washington.
Okay, so not an easy name to remember.
I think there's
He was really good.
two very common.
I watched Malcolm and Mary not too long ago, and I actually thought it was a great
That's
movie.
what I'm saying. Everyone thinks it's a chick flick.
It's a great movie.
Freaking watch it.
Because there's not much to it to where there's not a scenery, there's not a lot of set, but it's in the house. There's a lot of conversation that
It's
good.
through
It's
and
good.
through an emotional
It's a
drama
good movie,
roller
yeah.
coaster.
I thought I would be like, so it was a while before I watched it, but I watched it and I was like, that was a fantastic movie.
I know.
And I finished it.
A lot of people overlooked Malcolm and Mary this past February
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, it's just like a black and white love, like
Well, and also
creative, artistic thing that
I don't-
Netflix is trying to do.
I
But
see
check it out,
Zendaya
yo.
as like,
Well, she's the queen from Dune. Now,
yeah, but what she's playing in now, she's grown up.
She's
But
also
I still see her as
MJ.
like this teen, like
Like
high
teen,
school.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you see that she was a teenager in?
Like Spider-Man, she's a teenager. Or she's supposed to be playing.
but she was an adult when she's playing that part.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's still what I see her as.
difficult though, seeing her in that and then go into the
Yeah,
other movie.
yeah.
It's
Okay, so
like,
That's what I'm saying.
teenagers,
and then Malcolm and Mary,
yeah,
and then back to MJ.
yeah.
But I mean, no,
And
she
then
did a
she's
fantastic
gonna do
job
Little
in the
Mermaid
movie.
at some point, I think. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was actually the first
I
time.
don't think so.
I think so.
Maybe. I
Well, a
don't know.
while ago they were talking about it, and they said Disney has casted the first. Well, Disney's casted.
I don't think it's Zendaya though.
I think it is.
I don't.
That was the
know
first time I
much
heard about
it.
Zendaya. I had never heard of her before. And then Disney announced this person is going to play. What's it called? And then the next thing I watched was, I think, the Spider-Man movie. And then the thing after that was I watched the one that's on HBO,
Euphoria.
Euphoria. And I was like, okay, this is the girl that's going to play Ariel. And then
I mean, I could see
I
her
don't
playing the
think it's
role.
her.
I just don't.
No,
I
I've
didn't.
seen her
I
in
haven't
more
heard.
stuff.
I haven't heard. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think it's her.
You don't think it's her?
Mm-mm.
Well, what time we sitting at over there, Josh?
Oh,
They
over
could
an
be-
hour. We're good to do.
Could be like it could have been one of those things where they were looking for the actor.
I think she would play a good Ariel.
Yeah, she probably
I mean,
would.
honestly, like if Hollywood wants to keep doing like we're giving a traditionally white role to a black girl, keep giving it to Zendaya.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. We're happy
She's
with her.
good.
She's really good.
I like Zendaya as in her stuff. Loved Malcolm and Mary. Loved everything I've seen her
Everything
in.
you've seen her.
But I have a jadedness.
Mm.
She can't play MJ. She can't
What are you talking about?
play MJ.
I mean, what? Because you see what's her face from?
Yes. I have a jadedness.
It's not jaded. That's not the way you use that word.
It's
You only see the MJ.
It's pre-established
Yes.
opinions.
yeah.
You know, he has a lot of these.
Yeah, I know.
He has quite a
Yes.
few of these.
Yes.
It was when it comes to like actors and movies
Mhm.
and things.
Okay.
And it's hard for you to. It's like the Robert Pattinson thing. I firmly believe you can't see the genius of Robert Pattinson because of Twilight.
No, I just don't see it because
You haven't seen enough of Robert Pattinson.
Well,
that
he can't
could
freaking
be,
get past
but
Ready
I
Player
saw-
One. I mean,
Okay,
that came
yeah.
out of left field. Just like randomly, that's like the best movie ever made.
But there wasn't fantastic. There wasn't like a lot of fantastic actors in the movie. I just liked
Okay.
the story and the way they made it. I'm not praising the actors in it.
Yes. Well, that's true. Actually,
I've
just
never
loved the movie.
Yeah, well, no, I've actually dogged on the actors in that movie. The other day I said the bad guy in it. What were we watching that he was in?
Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was like,
But he always plays a good bad guy. He's just good at playing bad guys. But Pattinson has that ability to
Yes.
jump into roles and
more like patty cake.
play. You're such a child. Oh my gosh. He's one of those who has the ability to just jump into a role and play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no. He's just good at it.
Yes, and he is really good at it.
Let me watch Batman, and I'll give my opinion again. I'll
When is that
reestablish.
coming out?
Yeah, watch something. Watch like The King or something.
Okay, I'll watch. We
Yeah.
just watched Devil.
Devil
Went
All the
Down
Time.
to Georgia.
The devil all the
That
time.
went down to Georgia.
He played
And-
a weird character.
Very-
And
Yeah.
you guys liked him in that, and I was just like,
You're not supposed to like the
You're
character.
not supposed to like him. You're supposed
The
to hate
fact
him.
is,
yeah, but
he did
still.
an incredibly unlikable
No.
character really well,
I had a.
and it's totally different than what we've seen him do before. Totally different.
I used to hate watching Fury because of John Bernthal's character. I used to say he's a terrible character, he's this or that. But then I watch it now and I think the genius of John Bernthal's character he is trying to make you hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not agree?
No.
John
In
Bernthal.
Fury?
No, he's being an asshole character because he's an asshole.
Yeah, but I'm saying John Bernthal made that character. Like you're like, okay, he's you make him hate him because that's his character.
Yeah.
That's the genius of him. But then Robert Pattinson, we're not supposed to like his character either. But I just didn't get that.
It's not the same. That's not quantifiable.
He's not playing this character who you're supposed to hate with a passion as much as he's supposed to be unnerving and disgusting, and you just want you want to do what Tom Holland's character did, and
You
that's
don't
shoot
think-
him in the face.
Yeah, well, in the belly at least.
You don't think John Bernthal's character is the same way?
No.
With him like licking the girl's eggs and being that type of character in Fury?
No, because he's not supposed to be a villain. He's supposed to play. He's being a guy.
I think he does have that ness to him. But regardless, get rid of John Bernthal. We're not even discussing that really. Pattinson, he just doesn't,
Plus, Bernthal plays Bernthal in everything.
Yeah.
He's always John Bernthal. Pattinson's always someone different
Correct.
But-
because he's a brilliant actor.
I mean,
I don't
he's
think you
going
have
from
enough
the
reference
character-
point. You need to watch more Pattinson movies.
He's going
I'll
from
agree.
the
I'll watch a couple
creepy
more. I'll watch a couple more.
Predator
I'm giving you that.
pastor in like West Virginia to Batman. Look at that flip flop. That's a pretty heavy flip flop.
I'll give you that. I'll watch more and then give my
and
opinion.
he played a
I don't
secret
think it's going to
agent in
change though.
Tenet, and he
Recently.
played a French king in The King. I mean,
He played a vampire in like 4 movies. A darn good one at that.
but the fact
as far
that
as
he's
vampires go.
the fact that he's still, he wasn't like typecast
Mm-hmm.
based on playing that character. That's impressive. Anybody who's not typecast and keeps acting, that's impressive to me. The fact that Anthony Hopkins wasn't typecast because of Hannibal,
Yeah.
he
That's
could have
true.
been. That's the kind of
Easily.
role they told him. His agent told him that that's the kind of role they can
Like,
typecast.
yeah, your creative career is done.
It's very easy that you could be this serial killer villain in every movie.
Yeah,
But
He would've
because
been
everyone's gonna
fantastic
want a
in it, though.
everyone's gonna want a slice of that Anthony Hopkins genius. All right, I want to end on 2 things.
Mhm.
Okay.
First,
Mhm.
what's the guy? Who's that? Do you know the name of the actor who plays Tywin Lannister? He's also in Wheel of Time coming up, isn't he? No,
Tywin?
maybe. Who?
You mean Peter Dinklage?
No, that's Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Tywin Lannister.
They're both T's.
They both end in Lannister.
Oh, the hand guy. The guy without a hand.
No, the dad. The father.
Oh,
The one that gets...
that says the quote.
Yes.
The one that literally has the quote. You should know this. You have a tattoo of his quote.
Charles.
Good quote. Bad.
All right. Most everyone knows who we're
something.
talking about.
Charles.
Stanley. Charles Dickens.
It's all right.
Charles.
It's all right.
Charles something.
It's all right. Charles. If you know...
Dance. Charles Dance.
Okay, Charles Dance.
There it is.
There it is. Who played a better vampire? Charles Dance. Or
Wait, what did Charles Dance play?
he played in Dracula.
Are we comparing Charles Dance and Robert Pattinson?
Yes, we are. Who did
Charles Dance.
As a vampire,
Ouch.
Charles Dance as a vampire,
yeah.
yes.
Or no.
Okay,
what
so
about
you're saying
Tom
Charles
Cruise
Dance
as
did a better
vampire?
job
Charles Dance.
as a vampire in like a smaller part of one movie than Robert Pattinson did.
Yes.
What about Tom Cruise as a vampire?
For
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie.
Tom Cruise is like that Key and Peele skit,
Yeah.
just the lickety kind of vampire.
Yeah.
That's just straight up gratuitous.
Gratuitous. Ouch.
Don't laugh too hard.
Ouch. Okay, the other thing I want to end on.
Mhm.
Guns to your head.
Mexican
Who
stand-up.
is your favorite actor? I would say male actor and female actor, but this is the 21st century. We don't distinguish.
Yeah. Well, I only have favorite male actors. So.
Okay, guns to your head. Who is your favorite actor? I'll start with mine. Everyone knows it.
Mhm.
The big JD, Johnny Depp. Has been for years. Joshua,
Oof.
gun to your head. Favorite actor? If I was going to pick a woman, it would be Keira Knightley. She fine.
I'm just gonna say this to make you mad. Zac Efron.
What the heck? You just wish everything below his neck was identical to you.
No. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh my gosh. Who's your favorite actor? Wyatt? Charles Dance?
Charles Dance.
Dance? I said Dunce. Is it
Yeah.
Dance?
It's Dance.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, that'd be easier to remember.
I'm
Charles
probably,
Dunce.
I'm probably gonna give it to. I'm probably gonna give it to Michael Caine.
Oh, wow.
Just because every time I see Michael Caine, he makes me smile.
And it makes you want to say one thing.
I failed you.
Master White.
I failed you, Master White.
Stab it. Ouch. All right, Joshua, you got to say it or we can't end.
I know this is kind of typical Leonardo DiCaprio. He's got some good roles.
Leo is
Like Catch Me If You Can
Probably-
is solid.
He doesn't have an actor's face though.
Yeah. But
Leonardo DiCaprio is just
but I don't know if I could
blows away a lot of the competition.
Yeah.
I'd say Leonardo is a good choice.
All right. Is it just because you find him acting in the roles of some of your favorite films?
No.
look
I
back,
mean,
but
like Catch Me If You Can. He's fantastic in that movie. I love that
look
movie.
back on his roles.
Yeah.
Look back at the movies he's been in.
Yeah, he's got a
And
full
tell me his
roster.
performances haven't been.
Ooh,
Top
wait.
tier.
No.
Yeah.
You're going back on Leonardo after you
Leonardo's
just gave it to
good.
him?
I also
No, I said guns to your head favorite actor. That doesn't mean you can
Samwise
pick two.
Gamgee. What I
Sean Austin.
He's I
Over
like his
Leonardo
stuff.
DiCaprio.
I like his
All
stuff.
right, we got to end this.
What?
You're making us-
What's it? What's the Sean? I may not be able to carry the ring, Mr. Frodo, but I can't carry you.
That's why he's
There's a
I'll
more
fail
there's
you.
a more touch.
I failed you, Master Frodo.
Now there's a more touching one.
No,
It's
no, Michael Caine, you haven't failed. No, I failed. I failed you.
I found you.
Just a
Sam
dialogue
Wascowski.
between the two supporting characters.
No, Michael Caine.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, probably Leo. Like, I don't know. I could go on forever with just like certain movies. I could say this actor, but you know,
Yes.
overall, I think Leo's pretty good.
All right.
I want to say somebody else, but I'm not gonna.
Yep, you can't.
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Tom
Michael
Hiddleston. Tom
We have
Cruise.
another podcast that comes out on audio only on Friday nights at 10 p.m.
Yes, sir.
It's called The Midnight Special.
Because we're not gender.
You should listen to it. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, a whole
about-
series of some. And rate us if you listen, like rate the podcast, give us as many stars as they allow. If you listen to it on Apple Podcast or Stitcher, we would greatly appreciate it. We need them reviews, man.
We do.
Yeah. Anyways, someone want to give a final goodbye?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.